Okay, guys, morning once again. I think we're good to start. We can go on and introduce what we're going to talk about today, and yeah, get to introduce the topic and the reason why we even have that group in the first place. And also, I'm sure you know the reason. And also, just take your questions. I was a little bit confused and not so sure on how I was going to do the introductory, but it's great that you guys contributed on how you'd want us to do it, where we get to have a meeting like this one. I tell you what I have to tell you, then you get to ask me questions, and I get to answer them in accordance to how you'd want to get clarity on something. All right, so we'll start with very basic, the most basic thing for those that are very new to this type of money generation or money downloading method, which is trading. So I'll first start by defining what trading is. Not to most, I know most of you who are here, it's not the first time that you are coming across the word trading. But for those that are just introduced to this because they saw my statuses or they saw the videos I post, trading is having, or maybe has, a very particular definition. It can be understood in different ways, and the difference is with how much you are willing to put up in that given period, and or let me say the volatility of that type of operation you're taking. So some may call it trading, others would call it investment, but for long-term ones is what we refer to as investments. For example, if you were to buy shares in ShopRite today, let's say, for not having a specific figure, let's say ShopRite shares are costing 10 kwacha today, and you buy them. Let's say you buy with 1,000 value of shares in ShopRite. It means you're going to have 10 kwacha divided by that 1,000, and we'll get about 100. So it's like you're going to have 100 shares in ShopRite, right? But then let's say 10 years from now, the ShopRite shares move from 10 kwacha to, let's say, 300 kwacha. So it means you're going to multiply 300 kwacha by that 100 that you had bought earlier on. So it means your value of money has increased by 300, right? So you end up having about 30,000 kwacha, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that is called an investment. So now, on the flip side of things, what is trading? Trading is basically the same thing I've explained when you buy shares in ShopRite, but on a shorter time frame. So we're not looking at years, we're not looking at 3 years, we are looking at 30 minutes, we are looking at a day, we are looking at an hour. And what makes that possible is the aspect of what do you call this term, leverage. So leveraged accounts, so you get to trade leverage accounts. So you find a commodity cost, let's say 3,000 US dollars, but you don't have that much 3,000 US dollars, but a broker that you register with is going to give you a possibility of having to trade that 3,000 worth of value, or maybe of shares, but with a smaller amount, right? So you're going to have, let's say, 30 kwacha or $30. Then you want to trade a 3,000 worth of commodity. It means the broker is going to allow you, and just accept this request, the number of requests coming through, just accept this one. Yeah, so the broker is going to allow you to trade with that small value of dollars, right? Yet the commodity that you're trading is worth something different. I don't know, you're going to understand as we go. Let me just, I'm just introducing the whole thing of all the difference between trading and investment. Right, so in trading is basically in a short term or short period of time. So today, if I was to buy, let's say, a value of a commodity which is maybe costing, let's say, 100,000 US dollars, I'm not looking at it to go to 300,000 for me to make profits. Why? Because I'm trading a leveraged account. So I'm just going to look at it with a difference of, maybe, let's say, it moves from 100,000 to maybe 100,015 USD. But in that difference, you find that I won't make 15. Maybe I'll even make more, depending on the leverage that you use, or maybe the lot size. The better term we use is lot size. So looking at the lot size that you're going to have, it's going to determine how much you're going to make and how much you are going to probably lose. On the flip side, if it's losing, it means the speed at which you are going to lose that money. let's say the $30, it's not with the value of that commodity. Let's say if how am I going to put this? So let's say if the value of the commodity is 100,000, if you're going to put a $30,000 and hold that big commodity, it means you can lose it in a blink of an eye. So you have to be very careful with taking positions on a leveraged account. So we're going to dwell much on leverage. We're not going to look at the investment side of things, where you're going to be putting the real money, which is going to be paged 1-to-1. I don't know if I'm using terminologies that you're not understanding. You can let me know so that I try to explain some things that I've talked about. So just on the difference between trading and investment, do we have any clarity or question before we move to maybe the instruments or maybe the tools that you are going to be using? I know we're going to look more, we'll have probably another session, or we'll be having sessions where we're going to now talk about these actual instruments or maybe these actual commodities in depth. This is just an introductory, so that's why I'm a little bit fast as I'm explaining. But if you have any clarity that you'd want to make, any question that you'd want to make, the difference between trading and the investment, I've tried to make that as simple as I could. So if there's anyone that would want to clarify on something, I can take your question now. Then we move to the next thing. Is there any question? The difference between trading and investment. Are you a broker? Are you a broker? Malik. No, I'm not a broker, Malik. So someone typed a question. Are you a broker? No, Malik, I'm not a broker. I am a trader just like you, but I don't know if I'm more experienced than you or not, but I'm just a trader. It's more like I'm more of, I can say, I'm running a mentorship program, in short. I'm not a broker. I trade with brokers. I trade with brokers. So that was a question from Malik. Yeah, you can actually type through your questions, just in case you'd want to ask a question. So I'm not a broker. Anyone else with a question, you can unmute yourself if you'd want to ask. You can type if you'd want to ask. So we have like, I would say 20 more seconds to ask. So are we clear about the differences between trading and investment? Are we clear on that one? Let me get a feedback on this. Is there anyone that says they've understood? They never knew and they've now understood what the difference is between trading and investment. Anyone, guys? Cholwe, are you clear on that? You're clear, right? Okay, great. Nawa, hi man. Nawa Malumo. Are you clear on the difference between trading and investment? Okay, great. So there's a message from Peter Nkolise. Sorry, I'm late, but I'll catch up. Yeah, sure, Peter, you'll catch up. And we've not done much. I was just explaining the difference between trading and investment. So, like, these two terminologies can be used interchangeably, but there's some differences, and the difference is with the speed at which you make money or at the speed at which you actually lose money. So that's the thing that I was trying to explain. And now I'm just trying to get feedback. I want to make sure that we all move on the same page. For Nonde Kafula, are we clear on the difference between trading and investment? I can't get you. You can type. You can type your response. Yeah, come again. Okay, okay, great. Mr. Jeremias, just expand this. Mr. Sakala, are we, or you already know the difference between trading and investment? Mr. Jeremiah Sakala, we good. Okay, okay. All right. Oh, I've got two Sakalas. Blackwell is the one that responded. That was for Mr. Jeremiah. Yeah. No, it was Mr. Jeremiah. Yeah, it's also clear. Okay, great. All right. So if we are clear on the differences between trading and investment, so we're just going to go also into the types of markets. I think types of markets. Types of markets are simply the instruments that we are trading. Look, there's a difference between trading a stock and trading what I'm trading. If you've noticed what I post, I usually trade volatility indices. So I know a lot of you probably don't know what that is. I'll get to explain that later, maybe not in today's session since we're just introducing things. Maybe this coming week we might look at what synthetic indices are. So types of markets, we've got different types of instruments that you can invest in, or commodities. We've got what we call shares in companies, and those are usually considered as stock markets. Then we also have currency pairs. A lot of, I know if some of you here have tried to trade, you've tried to do the trading US dollar against maybe Zambian kwacha or against rands. That's a type of market. We also have cryptocurrencies where you get to trade Bitcoin against the US dollar. That's a type of market. Then you now have this one, which I do trade most of the times, which is synthetic indices, where you get to trade it against the United States dollar. There's also another one, which is commodity indices, where you get to find things like SP 500, NAS 100. That's also a type of market. Look, from those, if you are to be given a screen of, I know maybe you don't know what candlestick patterns, some of you, but those that know, I'll show you what candlestick patterns are. But some of you that know, if you look at a candlestick pattern of a commodity, which is maybe from stock indices, and that of cryptocurrencies, what you see is basically the same thing. You see lines, right? Red lines and green lines. Those that are buying, those that are selling. So the way you're going to treat that, if you are a beginner, you would think it's the same thing. But no, it's not the same thing. The movements are different. The movements move with different factors. There are economic factors that affect those movements. There are also technical factors that affect those movements. The economic factors are usually called fundamentals. So you get to relate, or when you go into the market, you're going to relate with what's going on in the world. Those are fundamentals. Then there are other commodities that have nothing to do with fundamentals. Okay, they have little to nothing. Let me not say nothing. They have little to nothing, like cryptocurrencies, for example. Bitcoin does not depend on the economy of Zambia or the economy of America. Why? Because it's not pegged to any economic factors or any economic happenings or actions. So it's more like a free thing. It has only technicals that are going to be affecting it, but it gets to be affected from time to time due to regulations. Like regulatory bodies get to like question most of these crypto platforms that are coming up, these crypto markets that are being generated. If you know of the recent crypto crisis that we just had, I think the last 5 years has been a very bad year for cryptocurrency. We've seen Luna crash, we've seen the owner of Luna being arrested, we've seen the CEO of Binance actually being arrested. So as we speak right now, he's in the jukes, like he's arrested, I don't know, for 4 months or something. But he's very rich, by the way, but he's arrested, the richest inmate in the world. He's a cryptocurrency phenomenon by the name of CG. So the thing is, what I'm trying to say is those commodities are related with certain things that they get to be affected by. So the way you are going to treat synthetic indices is not the way you're going to treat cryptocurrencies. It's not the way you're going to treat pairs. It's not the way you're going to treat commodities. Please make that distinction. Very important. You cannot trade cryptocurrencies like you're trading pairs, currency pairs. You cannot trade stock indices like you're trading currency. These things behave differently, and behavior is based on the movement that they get to make. How do they move? So now that is actually called market structure. So you're supposed to understand the market structure of each commodity that you're trying to trade. You don't just go there and buy or sell. No. That's how people end up losing money. You're supposed to understand, how does this behave? So this behaves because of ABC. So if something like this happens, it means this is going to happen. You are supposed to have an analytical view that is out of this world. A simple person cannot really get it, but someone that's dedicated, if you dedicate your mind to really getting what's going on, you will end up having understood how the commodity that you're trading operates. So that's it about types of markets. Do we have questions on types of markets before we go to the final and last topic, which is the tools we use for trading and how to actually get started with trading? Do we have questions on types of markets? Types of markets. I need some questions if there are any. Oh, it's clear. Let me get clearance. Are we clear on the types of markets? I like to move with interaction. I have to feel like we're actually doing something, because this is yes, Nonde, you've unmuted yourself. Nonde, hi. You unmuted yourself. Are you trying to contribute? Oh, okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, guys, this is a very, very serious thing. Trading is very serious. Could you explain synthetic indices and what affects them? Okay, I'll come to that, Mr. Maliki. Just a minute, let me just stretch out this point. This is a very, very serious thing that you've decided to do. Learning about trading. I'm taking this. Imagine, like, I showed you the results of how I've been trading this week. This whole week, I've just been about showing you what happens, what I make, and what I do actually. So far, it's clear. Okay, nice. So the thing is, this is very serious. Imagine per week you are making $400, and imagine you build that level of consistency. You are doing that. You are out of poverty. Your family is out of poverty, with no doubt. And that's just at the bare minimum. I take one trade. If I take one good trade which gives me $100, I'm done for that day. That's the strategy that I'm using, because I want to create capital. Once I create capital, I'll start taking maybe 3 or 4 trades. I'll be looking at not making $100. Maybe I'll be looking at making $500. I mean, why not? Why shouldn't I do that? I can make $500 a day if I have that skill, I have that persistence, I have that capital. So the thing is, if I'm asking questions, I believe I'm talking to people that want to learn, that truly want to commit to this thing. Because I would have been in the markets right now analyzing, right? So I want to see your participation, guys. Please, I want to feel like we are treating this as important as I am treating it as well. So I'm seeing so far it's clear. Any reference or document to those to read? Yes, actually, there's a book that I wrote, Peter. That's a good question. Let me just answer this. There's just a book that I compiled. Yet to finish proofreading and making sure that it's as clear as possible, because I can't just give you guys things from, I mean, without clarifying whether it's making sense or not. I gave it to a few friends of mine who are good at trading as well, to just go through, verify, advise where we can make changes. I want to give you nothing but the best of the best. So yes, the document and book or maybe references are going to be there, and there's also reference on the internet. You can just go there, start researching. But there's so much information on the internet. At least you need someone who's going to point you somewhere and tell you to say, look, I think avoid this for now, focus on this. It's very important, very important. Yes, Peter, it's a wow factor. I actually wrote a book. I'll be telling you when it's going to be ready and how we're going to be getting it. All right, great. So that's it about types of markets. So now let's look into the tools. Okay, under tools, I want you to imagine this. So, like, let's say you wanted to buy shares in Zambia and you don't stay in Zambia. Let's say you want to buy shares for Shoprite. Oh no, okay, Shoprite is South African based. Let's say you want to buy for Zambia, right? And you're not in Zambia. How are you going to buy those shares? The first thing that you look for, the first thing that you look for is um, who actually manages those shares in that given country. So here in Zambia, Zambif is listed under Lusaka Stock Exchange, right? Right. So there are also other commodities or maybe other shares, like let's say a company like Zamtel, or let's say yes, Zamtel is a good example. Zamtel is also listed under Lusaka Stock Exchange. That's if it's a public company. So if you want to take part in buying shares in Zamtel, you're not going to go to Lusaka Stock Exchange and tell them to say, hey, Lusaka Stock Exchange, I want to buy these shares. Well, you do the right thing doing that. But again, Lusaka Stock Exchange is going to point you to someone different, who in this case becomes a broker. So the question for I think Malik asked about a broker. Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot to clarify on synthetic indices. Malik, please, I'll get back to that. Let me just talk about this, the broker thing. I forgot. So look, the broker, right? So who is a broker? A broker is a person that will help you generate, invest, and withdraw money from the commodity or from the market. So you find, let me give an example. Now we'll switch from the real world scenario or example to a more digital example. Euros against dollar. That's a pair, that's a currency pair, right? It can be traded on different platforms. I can go on MetaTrader and find euros against dollars. But who affects, or maybe who helps me deposit and actually invest in that commodity is a broker. I'll withdraw the money from a broker and I'll put in my account, or I'll get money from my account and put in a broker. That's when I'll be able to take part in trading a specific commodity. So there are situations such that you can have, let's say, willingness to trade a certain commodity. Let's say you want to trade cryptocurrencies and you register with a certain broker. If that broker does not deal in cryptocurrencies, it means you won't be able to trade in cryptocurrencies. Why? Because they don't have it listed under their profile, under their profile. They don't do cryptocurrencies. So it will mean if you want to do cryptocurrencies, you're supposed to find a broker that supports cryptocurrencies. If you want to do synthetic indices, you cannot go on XM, for example. XM is a broker, by the way, a digital broker, and say, I want to trade cryptocurrencies. I mean, synthetic indices. Why am I not seeing synthetic indices? No, they do not deal in synthetic indices. So you are supposed to also understand which broker does what. That's step number one. So under the tools that you need, I'm now doing the tools and the instruments you need to trade. Under the tools and instruments, key point, the first thing you're supposed to look at is the broker. Which broker you are using. If you are taking notes, take that one down. Brokers. You have to understand and find a proper broker. Under the same broker statement, or under the broker point, you are supposed to make sure you are dealing with a genuine broker. How do you know a broker is genuine? Do a bit of some research. This is not a game. This is real life. We're talking about money. We're talking about wealth. Do your research. Go on and say, okay, there's this broker that someone is advising me to join. How is it? Is it a real broker? Because by the way, I'm a software engineer by profession. I can easily make up a platform and just make, candlestick patterns come up and things like that. And once you deposit, you will never see your money. There are situations like that, especially here in Zambia. People have been scammed because they went to wrong brokers. There are other people, you find that you enter into a broker, you deposit, you trade and make a lot of money and not be able to withdraw. The moment you try to withdraw, that's the time the broker stopped responding to you. You know what I mean? Today I made a withdrawal today and I got my money today. That on in its own should tell you that I'm using a genuine broker. I'm using a broker that's so serious about their business and they're genuine. Also look at their time frame. How long have they been in the game? How long have they been in the industry? You have to do that research. Try to even look up the CEO. Who's the CEO of this broker? If it's a group, look it up. Where are they based? All those. You have to do your own research. You have to do an in-depth research. But with regards to whatever I'm going to be teaching you, synthetic indices and probably cryptocurrencies, on currency pairs, I have to talk to my partners if they will come in and help us also for those that are interested in currency pairs, because all we have to do here is make money, guys. If it's giving us money, I mean, why not? So if we are going to be teaching you something, if I teach you how to trade synthetic indices, I will also tell you which broker you are going to be using, because I'll tell you the broker I'm using myself. So I tell you, look, man, for this, let's use this broker because I've seen it work and it's giving me money and I'm depositing. I have no issues. Their support service is top notch. The customer service is top notch. If I'm stuck on something, they'll come in quickly and resolve my issue because they're all about business. And also now, Brokers know that the more people deposit money, the higher the chances of them making money. Why? Because if I lose money, the broker gets my money. But if I win, I'm milking the broker. And they understand that. And there's a lot of people that are losing in the market. Let me give you this disclaimer. Let me give you this disclaimer. A disclaimer is that if a broker, okay, if a broker, or if you win money, then you're winning money from a broker. But if you lose money, the broker is the one that gets that money. You know, that's a very important point that you're supposed to keep in mind. All right, so number two now. After you find a broker, you are supposed to find the trading platform. Trading platform. So what is a trading platform? Now this is the part where I'm going to share my screen. So trading platform, what I mean by trading platform, software that's going to be showing you the candlestick patterns. Okay, candlestick patterns. So it's going to be showing you the value of that commodity at that given time. It's also going to be showing you how you are doing in the market. Like, let's say if you're almost hitting your stop loss, if you're almost hitting your take profits. I know for those that don't know what those statements are, we'll get to learn them as we go. So you're supposed to find the tool or instrument you're supposed to use in the market. That's after finding a broker. So let me just share my screen. Just a minute. Okay, I've got two screens. Okay, great. I'll give an option to choose. So I'll share this same screen. Like my screen. Let me get some clearance on that. Are you able to see my screen? Have I shared? Is it visible? All right, great. So now let me show you what what's this infinity mirror to avoid an infinity mirror. Don't share your screen. Don't share your entire screen or browser window. Share just a tab. Okay. Oh, I'll share the entire. Okay, great. Up the tool that I use. So the tool that's very common in trading is MetaTrader. They've actually been so persistent and so good at developing their platform. They've been in the game for the longest. So it's evolved from MetaTrader 4, and now they're at MetaTrader 5. So this is also important to go for a general platform. I would rather you do not trade. For example, we have a broker derivative, right? That's a broker I use for synthetic indices. Derivatives tool for trading. Reason being is simple. If there's manipulation in the market, it's easy for derivative to adjust, or easy for derivative to go for my stop loss if they control everything. But introducing MetaTrader into the play, they become more like a third party. They're not going to be looking at exactly what derivative is doing, but they'll be looking at the values that they are getting with in accordance to the agreement that they made, or in accordance to the APIs that they are using to actually get those values. So if you are trading with MetaTrader 5, that's a good start. So let me just open MetaTrader 5 and show you how it looks like. So this is MetaTrader 5. I'll load it. Um, just give it time to load. Okay, why is MetaTrader opening? Okay, just 1 second. There's something I'm doing with my computer, so it's eating up more of my. Just open MetaTrader one more time. Okay, so you need to download MetaTrader on your phones or on your computers. Or let me do this. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me join with the other device, or maybe with my phone, then share MetaTrader, but my voice will be coming from the computer. Just give me a minute for that. Oh, it actually opened now. Okay, okay, fine. Okay. We just share again. It's actually opened. It's loading in the background. It's a big software. So if you are in a position to download MetaTrader, do it now. If you can go to Play Stores, you're going to find MetaTrader 5. Just download and don't do anything else. We'll be going step by step. If you can explaining or trying to show my screen, you can download it now. Now is the time to download so that you get to move. We get to move together. Where is it now? Ish, MetaTrader is complicated. Okay, let me share the entire screen again. Hope I won't have issues. So I've shared my screen again. If you're able to see it, let me know. If you're not able to see it, Black, are we able to see my screen or not yet? Are you not? You can see what? You can see my screen. Okay, cool. But are you seeing MetaTrader though? Man. Okay, fine. Five. Download five. Download the latest one. Four is old. Just download five. I prefer five. Okay, let's all download MetaTrader on our phones. Okay, actually, it was actually presenting, but it's slow. It's making things slow. Let me try to join in with my phone. Just 1 minute, guys. But let's download MetaTrader. Let's download MetaTrader. After we download MetaTrader, let's also open an account with Deriv. Let me share their website, the official website for Deriv. So Deriv is a broker. Remember what we said? Deriv is a broker. So Deriv is a broker. So let's open an account with Deriv. So that's the link for Deriv. So go there, register yourself. I was going to share with you the referral thing, but then it's not just been confirmed. But I mean, you can go ahead and do the registration, and we move as fast as we can. So that's a Deriv link in the chat. If you can open the chat, just go there. You'll be given you receive an introduction screen where you can log in or open demo account. I think you should click on login, then sign up. If you do not have an account, there'll be an option down there. If you do not have an account, sign up. So click on sign up and start signing up. Um, and start signing up. Cheers now, cheers. Then as you are signing up, let me also just clarify the question Malik asked. It's a very important question. Can I give examples of synthetic indices and what affects them? Okay, great. So Malik, I don't know if Malik is still here. Malik, are you still here? I know it's for everyone, but because you asked, it's important that you get this part because I did not answer. I did not answer you on time. Malik, can you just give me a signal? Malik. Yes, great. Okay, so synthetic indices. Examples of synthetic indices. One example is the same thing I show you most of the times. What I trade, volatility 25. That's an example of a synthetic index. Volatility 25. VIX, we call them VIX 25. There's also volatility 75, volatility 50, 51s. All those are different. They behave different. What affects them? Funny story, or maybe funny answer, is that no real thing affects them. They are not paged to anything. They are almost like cryptocurrencies. But cryptocurrencies are even a little bit more complicated to synthetic indices. Synthetic indices are simply mathematical formulas that the system generates, which mimics the real world markets. So synthetic indices are not real, but they give real money if you trade them the correct way. And they can also get your money if you trade them the wrong way. So they are not pegged to anything. It has nothing to do with how strong United States dollar is, how strong Zambian kwacha is. No, synthetic indices has got its own way. I'm sure if you look at the name that I gave the group, I said blockchain index trading academy. They work on a blockchain basis. So they believe, or maybe they try to make us believe, that deriv has nothing to do with controlling the value of the market, because it's on blockchain technology um, mechanisms, where it's not only deriv that's supposed to determine the price of that synthetic index. Even other players have something to do with it. So long as they fall under that blockchain pool, they'll be able to control, or maybe able to see what's going on in the market. So it's more like a free thing. So when you go into the markets, the only thing that you need to know, or the only thing that you need to be good at, is technical analysis. I think after we are done with this topic, we're now going to look at technical analysis and also fundamental analysis, the differences. So let me just jot this one down so that I don't forget: tech and fundamental analysis. Look, so for synthetic indices, the simplest answer is they don't get to be affected by anything outside of the broker, or outside of the trading commodity. They don't have, you don't have to look out for news, you don't have to look out for anything. It's just you, your technical analysis, and your risk management. That's all. It's a beautiful thing. It's easy. Actually, I feel like I've made more money in synthetics than any other thing, because these other things, you know, like, you're not always on the internet to check. You're not always on the internet to check what's going on in the world, like what news is popping, what's going on, because you won't know the end result of something. Now you'll be guessing. There's more guesswork in in depending on what the person says or speaks on news, and like just knowing your fundamentals, or I'm sorry, your technicals, and take the trade. So you have to know your technicals, and you also have just to be good at risk management for you to be able to do synthetic indices. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, great. So if we all downloaded MetaTrader 5, if we all downloaded MetaTrader 5. Okay, great. Is there anyone who has not downloaded, so that we get to go a little bit behind, or wait for them? Right. Okay. So if everyone has downloaded MetaTrader 5, if we all registered with deriv, that link that I've shared in the inbox, if we all opened accounts. Oh, okay. Great. So if you've opened account, yes, yes, Peter. So we're going to do both, but for now I wouldn't want you to go into your real account. If it's if it's the first time you're trading, or the time you're getting introduced, just forget about real for now. Let's do demo. Yeah, for now we're just going to be on demo. Yeah. So let me just also just open my deriv app, so that I get to guide you, or maybe let me share my screen from my phone. Let me join the meeting, just 1 second, with my different email address, then share my screen. Which one am I using now? That one. I'll join with this one. Okay. So not now. Has to join. Okay. Admit. Oh, okay. now you'll be getting from. Are you even able to get me? Just a minute. Reduce the volume here. Are you able to get me? Loud and clear. Great. Okay, so on this other phone, I'll just share my screen. Then sound will be coming from the computer. So okay, first let me do this. Let me first log in so that I don't get to start hiding things. That's a minute. Okay, but I hope everyone is registering. Are you registered? If we registered successfully, we have to make sure that we've registered successfully, because the next step now will be connecting your MetaTrader with Deriv. So now what will happen is that once you log in into MetaTrader, you activate either your demo account or your real account. Whatever you do on MT5, the results are going to be seen also on MetaTrader. So now that's how you make money. So if you've made a profit, it means if your balance was $10 and you are seeing $10 profit on MetaTrader, that $10 is going to also reflect on your Deriv. But then withdrawing money, you won't withdraw from MetaTrader. Now the broker comes in. That's how now you withdraw with the Deriv platform. So there are a lot of withdraw options. We'll be looking at that later on. For now, all I want us to do is connect MT5 and Deriv. Alright. Okay, fine. I think I've gone too far. I've managed to log in. So where's my demo account? I'll also just be showing my demo account here so that you have the exact feel of what I'm doing. Also great. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. Here. How do I expand this? Yeah. Okay guys, just 1 second. I'm still trying to figure out how I'll get back to the meeting. I'm just having a small pop-up. Okay, let me expand this. Okay, great. Okay, so now what is the share button? Share entire screen. Continue. Start now. Okay, I'm sure you're able to see my screen now, because I can see it from my computer. I can see it. So I'll open my Deriv. So are we all here? Are you able to see my screen, or I'm just seeing it myself? Because I've opened. I'm seeing it. You can see it, right? Okay, great. So if you've okay, Cholo. Okay, so if you can log in into Deriv. Have you logged in? Have we all logged in into Deriv after opening the account? Okay, great. So if everyone has logged in, good. So if you've seen on my screen, I hope you're also seeing the same thing. If you go to just go to the landing page, just 1 minute. Okay, so if you go to that menu here, are we able to go to that menu? You see that there's deriv.com, then there's Traders Hub. So under Traders Hub, that's where you get to create real accounts or demo accounts for what type of markets. Right? So if you click on Traders Hub, there's Traders Hub, then there's also options of either demo or real. So right now I'm on demo. On top there, I've clicked on demo. I'm having 29,000 USD. Hope it was real. It was be nice. Now, under demo here, if you've seen, there's options on the left and there's CDFs. I'm being told that the video has been paused. Let me connect to my Wi-Fi. Are you seeing everything I'm doing right now, or the video has been paused? I got a notification to say the video is going to be paused. You can still see it. Oh, okay, great. Okay, if you can see, then fine. I don't know why they were giving me that notification. Okay, so there's options. Under options, there are different types of things that you can do. There are now like these types of trading where there are ticks. Now this is gambling. Most of this is gambling, and I've done a lot of this when I was just a beginner. Like I just needed anything to give me money. Like even if I make $5, I don't care, and I ended up losing it anyway. So I don't want you to look at options. Just forget about it. Then we go to CFDs. So under CFDs, I've actually forgotten what CFD stands for, but I know it's not important. If we find the meaning, we'll come to it later. So under CFDs, go to CFDs. There's Deriv MetaTrader 5. I think this one is because I'd already created. Are you able to tell me what you're seeing on your end? Are you having Deriv MetaTrader 5 already, or there's something different? What do you have there? It's because I had already created this. Uh-huh. Okay, can you do this? Questway, can you share your screen? So we use you as the we use, because mine I'd already set up everything. I've forgotten the steps of how to set it up. I want you guys to set it up the correct way and see the right things. So can you just share your screen? Yeah, just share your screen. So I think I'll stop sharing mine. Then we'll be using Questway's screen to demonstrate this particular part. So stop sharing. I hope up to this point we are enjoying the lessons. Because for me, I feel good that at least I'm showing you guys how to do this now. It's been long overdue. At least we're getting somewhere. So once we finish this, we now go to the other advanced stuff now. So Chris, are you able to share what's going on? Oh, who's already logged in? Who can share? Okay. Malik is ready. Oh no, it's a question, huh? Yeah, I think I'm about to start seeing. Malik, I think you've gone too far. You've gone too far. Like you've even reached on the coins. That we'll come to that later. Like for now, let's just do the connecting first. Have you connected, Malik? Have you connected your MetaTrader and Deriv? If you've connected, then well and good. But if you're not, let's connect first. Okay, so you were sharing. I was seeing it. Sorry, man. Like just share again. Hello, guys. Now I'm having issues with network. Guys, are you able to get me? Oh, okay. Question, are you able to share your screen? Mr. Knox, Malume, trying on mute, boss. Trying on mute, boss. Ah, okay, sure. Okay, man. Uh-huh. 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 Standard. To be standard. That's why yeah, I needed a screen for a new account so that I'm able to guide you properly. What I have is already set, but I need a new thing so that we use that as our case study. Alright, great. So CDS, so boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we can. Okay, so deriv MT5 deriv financials. So you've already opened the standard view. This is demo CDFs multiplier additional count. Can you click on deriv MT5 CDFs? Say get. Are you able to get there? Say get. So you have to create. Yeah, you have to create a password for that. So this password that you're creating here, everyone, like this is the password you're going to be using to log in into MT5. So you don't have to forget this password. Okay, when you forget, you can always reset it. So you're creating deriv MT5 password. So this is a password you're going to be using to connect to MT5. So you go on the part where you're connecting the account, you put your account, you put the broker name, then you'll be entering that password. Not the password for logging into deriv. It can be different, it can be the same. It depends on how you want to set it up. So that's a part where you're going to be. That's the password that you're going to be using. So it's also important to note that. So I'm sure everyone has reached that point where Queso is trying to like enter the password in door. So you click on continue. Click on continue. And I hope Queso, I hope this is where we have is this where we have MT5, this device? You installed it on your thingy, right? Or yeah, on your phone. Okay, great. So click on open. Click on open. But why is it saying euro? You've registered as a Russian resident. Okay, cool. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't no 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 no. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's okay. You can always change if you find issues. Usually on the region part, it's mostly stuff to do with withdrawals, deposits. That's the only thing that you'll be limited with. So don't worry about that. So you've seen when you click on open, guys, this is important. When you click on open, you're going to be shown that on top it's saying broker deriv.com limited, server deriv demo, login ID, that's the login ID, then password, that's the password you entered, the one I told you. Now open MT5. Can you open MT5? Can you open MT5? Great. So here, when you open MT5 the very first time, you're going to get this pop up, open demo, say cancel, cancel that. Click on cancel. So everyone, you click on cancel. After you click on cancel, now can you click on where it says find broker? Find broker. Just there, like a blue thing. That blue thing, it's already there. It was there down there. Okay. No. Okay, so if you are here, like let's say you lost that cafe's pop-up, if you go on this drop-down menu, there's where it says new account. I think click on new account. Click on new account. This is the screen I was talking about. Find broker. So now find broker. Remember the broker we're using is what? Deriv Limited. So type deriv. So you've seen there's a lot of brokers that are going to come up. A lot of brokers. So MT5 is an open thing, then you're supposed to point it to your broker. So just wait there. You've seen there's a lot of options for deriv as well. So you're supposed to make sure you're going to pick the right version of deriv. So let's go back to your app. Let's go back to your deriv platform and check what is it telling us our broker is. So it's deriv.com limited. So go back that side, go back to MT5. So deriv.com limited. Which one is it? I think that one, the last one. Yeah, that one. Yes. Click on it. So once you click on it, so go back to deriv again. You check the server name. It's also important. Go back to deriv. Since server name is what? Deriv demo. So it means for demo accounts they trade with this one, deriv.com limited. So go back to MT5. So you've seen server name, deriv demo, which is correct. Now go back to deriv again. Go back to deriv again. Now you copy the login ID. Can you copy the login ID? Just click on that, those markup. Yes. Now go back to MT5. Now put the login there. Click on login and paste it. Right. Now put the password that you created. That password I told you, remember? So enter it there. So once you do that, if you enter this, yeah, put the ID, get the ID. But if you remember, just type it. I think that's the best option. I hope everyone else is doing the same thing I'm telling Queso to be doing, because that's how you get to connect the account. Then you see that the amount of money, like it's now going to show. Just enter the password there, man. Just go and enter password. You've signed in. You click on sign. You've seen. Now the balance has shown 10,000. You've seen that balance. So that balance is now coming from Deriv. So you've connected Deriv to MT5. Now let's get into the actual trading. Now I'll show you an example. So go to chat. Go ahead, let's chat. Okay. Okay, so this one looks like we went for the one that does financials. Go on quotes. Where it says quotes. Go on quotes. These are currencies. Where it says quotes. Quotes. Okay. Yeah, no, these are current. So enter. Go on enter symbol. Go on enter symbol there. Okay. And on volatility indices. Let's see if we're going to see something there. What's volatility indices? Yeah, we have them. Can you click on, for example, 75 index? So just just a minute, just before you do it. Look, just from the name itself, volatility indices, constant volatility of 50% with the second. So it's like it's going to be moving 50% of the value of that actual commodity, 50% in every 2 seconds. So like how it be, so like it does nothing outside from a league especially. It does nothing outside the world. Like that's between the broker, the platform, and yourself. So go back to quotes. Can you close it, minimize it? Click that blue thing, the blue arrow. No, no, just now. That that blue thingy. Then go on, click on cancel. So now can you type volatility 75? Let enter. Okay, click on 70. Okay, no, let's do this. Okay, I think this is adding. Can you, so let's go to chat. Yes, it's added. Yes, yes. So click on chats. Go on chats. Go on. Now click on gold US. Is this gold or what? This is not XAG silver. Silver USD. Click on silver USD like XG USD. That can blue. You click on it. Now click on volatility 75. Are you seeing that one there? So now this is the chart for volatility 75. So now this is how the market is looking for volatility 75. So for beginners, I'll also introduce just this screen. What is this screen we're seeing? What is here? So here there are a number of things. There's M1. Are you seeing that M1? That M1 means minutes. So this is how it's behaving on 1 minute time frame. So what this means is that this green candle, one green candle represents 1 minute. One green candle represents 1 minute. One red candle represents 1 minute. So if you look at the time frame, when you click on the time frame, it means this is what it did in that time frame. So can you just click on M1? Can you change from M1 to something different? Click on M5, for example. Click M5. Now it has changed. The visions has changed, or maybe the view has changed. This M5, it means, or maybe M30, he's now on M30. It means one candle represents 30 minutes. One candle represents 30 minutes. So this one red candle, if you now compare it to 1 minute, it means you are supposed to count 30 of those 1 minute candles to come up with this one red 30 minutes candle. I don't know if I'm making sense. So it's like I was trying to join Tabo. Okay. Tabo, you're ready this time? Great. So look, this one red candle. Oh, okay. Okay, I see, I get. So you're having two accounts. Okay, great. Look, so this one candle represents the time frame that you are opening. So 30 minutes, two 30 minutes candles make up what? 1 hour. So click on 1 hour, for example, Quesway. Go on M30, click on it, go on H1. So H1, it means 1 hour. So now, this also looks different. So on 1 hour, it means this 1 hour has got how many 30 minutes candles in it? 2. It has got how many 5 minutes candles in it? You do the math. It has got how many 1 minute candles in it? You do the math. So now, this is going to give you an overview of how the market has been behaving for the past, I don't know how many hours. Try to adjust, change from H1, go to H4. Question, go to H4. I want to see if we can take a simple position. So if you go to H4, so these are 4 hours candles, right? So the market is trying to show you what has been happening in the 4 hours intervals. So under 4 hours, you've seen that there's this thing going on. So question, do this. Or guys, let's do this. We'll try to take a position. This is a demo account. I just want us to have a feel of what's going on. So here, if we were to start analyzing, what you do is you are supposed to look at what the market has been doing at a given point of time. So here under 4 hours, there's this highest point. Are you seeing where the word tick is? Like constant volatility of 75 with a tick. There's that. Okay, so what are you doing? You've already started trading. So like there's that week. Eh? So do this. Question: are you able to click on those two symbols? Like there's a circle, a square, and like a triangle. Are you able to click on that one? Yes. Get the third symbol. Get like a third symbol. So now you've gotten it. Go on that longest week on top there. Click on it with that same. Now, are you able to long press? No, back. Just go back to the thing. Do this. Are you able to minimize the screen? You have supposed hold the numbers and drag it down. No, not like that. You've expanded. Yes. Now also hold the numbers and pull it down. Hold the numbers and pull it down. I want us to have a clear view. Hold the numbers and pull it down. Like these numbers, like 16,000 shanshan, just long press and like drag it to the bottom. Yes, like that. Again. You're expanding. Minimize it, take it back to where it was. I want us to analyze together and just try to take a position. Okay, fine. Are you able to do the same thing I told you? Yes. Again, drag it down, drag it down, drag it down. So I want us to analyze. Okay, cool. So what you did is you added a trend line, that red dot. Press it and pull it to your right until it touches the other longest wick on the other side, on the right side. That red thing on top there, hold it and take it to your right. Are you seeing the red thing you added? That thingy, yes. No, but you're not supposed to expand. I want you to minimize it. Minimize it, take it back to where it was. Yeah, like this. Then hold that red thing. Because what's going on? Okay. Okay, fine. Since you are here already, I think I can just share my screen and do it on my phone. Just 1 minute, guys. 1 minute, 1 minute. I think after this we're closing. So we have, this is what we've been in for 1 hour, 4 minutes. Well, let's say we finish 24 minutes from 26 minutes from now. So we're just going to do 1 hour 30. Hope it's not going to be too long for us to share it. I'll try to edit the video as well so that um it's easy to share. Okay, so let me open my demo account. Where's my demo? I have to start logging in again. Yo. Okay. No, fine. Um, it's going to be a lot of work starting to log in again. Could you do a quick run through on how to choose the index? Yes. Question, can you go back? Go back, just share your screen again. Sorry guys, I won't be able to do this on my phone. To be a lot of time I'll spend just trying to log in and stuff. Just share your screen. Let's just do one more demonstration. Then I'll probably just make another video of how to analyze and how to take a trade. Let's just take a random trade, Question. Just join your screen, we take a random trade. I want to show you something. We won't analyze properly, so we might lose, we might win. So just take a random trade. Okay, so are you able to click on are you seeing on your far right, that those my symbols on your far right? Click on it. On top, actually, top right. Yeah. So are you seeing the 0.001? That's at the middle. That's the lot size I was talking about. So 0.001 is the lowest lot size for volatility 75. So it means, question, are you able to click on say sell, accept, click on it, click sell again. Okay. Now go to where it says trade. Where it says trade there, after charts, there's trade. So you've seen Queso has opened 2 positions, and right now he's making negative 0.12 euros. Okay, are you able to go back to charts? Since this is a demo account, let's try to experiment a bit. Go back to charts, increase the lot size, click on that arrow. Yeah, put 0.01, that one which is next. Never do this with real money. Just put, I want to show you something. Oh, first, before you put, go back. Okay, no, put, you can put. Yes, say sell, click on sell. Okay, go back to trades, where it says trades. Look at this. There's the first trade, which is on top, 0.001. There's a second trade, 0.001. There's a third trade, 0.01. Look at the differences. 0.01 is already losing almost $1. Actually, $1 now. But look at what 0.001 is doing on top. It's losing cents. Yet this one is losing $1. So what is going on here is that the one on top is being multiplied by 10. The place values. I think we learned this in grade 4, like moving to the one decimal place, and the difference here is 10. So if you were to change the lot size, go back to chart. Question, go back to chart. Let's change the lot size. Let's change it from, instead of 0.001, say 0.01. Remove that 0 as well. Remove that, put 1. And no, remove that 0. Remove that 0. Put 1. No, 0. No. 0.1. 0.1. Yeah, then yes, say sell. Sell now. You can sell. Okay, it has even refused. That sound is because the lot size is too big. So instead of that, say 0.05. Say 0.05. Okay, say sell. Okay, let's go back to trade. Go back to trade. I want you to see this. Look at this. So right now, what's going on is, if you remember, 0.001 was losing cents, yet 0.01 was losing, I think, $1. On the flip side of things, 0.01 now is making more than 0.001. But again, 0.05, look at the amounts, the way the money is moving. Already we're in -6. But for these, we didn't even see 6. But the good part is, once we start winning, 0.05 will give us more money compared to the rest of these guys here on top. Are you seeing the differences on how the lot size gets to affect the risk, or maybe the profits or the losses in the market? So for beginners or for people that are just getting introduced to the market, I strongly recommend that you should be sticking to the lowest lot sizes. Stick to the lowest. Look at this. 0.05 is already negative $12, yet 0.01 is negative 1. But we opened 0.01 earlier, and this one we opened it just now, recent. So you cannot be playing with bigger lot sizes. Let's say you have an account worth $50. You're already losing $16 in seconds. Very dangerous. Unless you're trading big accounts, like maybe you have a $2,000 to spare, you can be able to play with these big lot sizes. So always stick to the lowest lot size. Okay, now from here, if everyone is able to do what Kwesa is doing right now, then you've learned, let's say, 80% of how you can make money in Forex or in crypto or in synthetic indices using MetaTrader and any broker that you choose. You've learned actually 90%. What is left now? What is left or what is next is learning strategies. Learning strategies and also learning candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns. So what are these candlestick patterns? Like you saw, go back to charts, Cresway. Go back to charts. So here on the under charts, there are things that have happened. There's, for me here, I can say I've seen that if I had come here maybe 20 hours ago, I would have actually, I took a trade somewhere here, like I sold somewhere. So, you know what? Let me just show you my screen. Just 1 minute. I want to use a demo or go into a real one. Don't allow. Let me show you what I did on the real account. So this is volatility 75, right? Okay, fine. Kwesi, just stop sharing. Let me share mine. Just 1 minute. Quick run through. I'll show you. I'll show you my screen. Then we conclude because we've done too much. No, this one is not even the money as the money. Okay, great. Let me just request. Let me remove volume. Okay, fine. So let me share my screen. Continue. Start now. So we were looking at what? VIX 75, right? Are you able to see my screen? Great. So we go to 4 hours. We were looking at 4 hours, right? Look at how messy mine is. So like that thing that I told Kwesi to put was a trend line. So are you seeing that green trend line that I put there? So there's something that was going on in the market. There was this trend that was formulating. Okay, so when the market touches this green line to the top, the one that I've highlighted, it was always coming to the bottom somehow. Then when it comes on this second line here, the one that I'll highlight now, just a minute. Okay, the other parallel green line, I don't know if you're able to see it, this one here, the one down after the other green one, this one. Why am I not able to click it? Too many controls. Okay, but there are two lines that are going to the upper direction. These green lines, are you able to see those? So that's a trend. I noticed that there was a trend in the market. It was buying. So my strategy with VIX 75 is such that if this line, this trend has been broken, and the breaking of a trend is, are you seeing at this point, how am I going to be able to demonstrate that? Are you seeing at this point, great, let me use this. Are you seeing this point? There's this trend, the green one here, that got to be invalidated. There was a breakout here. Once it breaks out, I know that it's going to sail all the way until the point where the trend had begun. So the trend began somewhere here. And see what the market did? If I saw this opportunity, I was going to take the trade all the way to here. And I think I saw this opportunity, but I didn't take it all the way to there. for some other reasons. I think I was getting busy or something. Look at this. So this is trade history. So I'll show you. So there was a bad trade here. I left at this point in VIX 75. I sold at this point and left at this point. I was making quite significant amount of money here. When I sold at this point, after this breakout, I sold here. I left somewhere there. Again, I sold here and I left here. But if I had enough time, I was going to leave it to validate my strategy of selling all the way from there to the point where I say it reaches. So what we call this is it's a little bit messy. This is my history of how I trade my VIX 75. So from somewhere here, I would have traded it all the way to here, and I would have been making maybe like maybe 10 or to $20, maybe even more than that per position, because I use a bigger lot size somehow. Per position, I would have been making a lot of money. But what I do is, if I open 10 positions here or 20 positions here, I won't wait for it to reach this far, because let's say I'm having a $50 in my account and I open 10 positions, and each position, let's say 10 is giving me, let's say $4 each position. 4 times 10, that's a $40. So if I'm having a $50, that's like 100% profit. Why should I stay in the market? I leave most of the time. And usually traders don't get to have that type of mentality where you're having $100 and you are seeing that the position you're holding is already giving you 100% of what you have. What are you still doing in the market? Take a break, get your profits, you're out. Even if you know that there's a chance that the market can come all the way to where I want it to come, the flip side of thing is that the same or the opposite can even happen. It can't even go all the way there. It can go back and turn, because the market does what it wants. It doesn't listen to your analysis. This is just there to show me or to help me an indication, or maybe say, look, the market is able to do this, but it doesn't mean it will respect this. It has respected, yes, in this scenario, but not all the time. It doesn't respect it. That's why I leave when I see that I'm making significant money. Even in the video that I shared this morning, when I was making $100 from $50, you saw that I closed my positions when it just touched. You should pay attention to the video. Open the video and see what I did at the far end. When it just touched the white line, I just went and closed. I'm like, I think I'm done, because I was already making $100. What should I be doing there? I didn't want it to manipulate things and mess me up. And after I closed, because it reached a significant zone, it started buying again. It went all the way to my entries. If I was watching that, I would have been frustrated, because man, I was making $100 and I'm losing it now. I don't know what the market is going to do, whether it's going to go further up or down. But lucky enough, it went down, even further down. But the thing is, I'd already made my profit and I was out. If I wanted, I would have taken another sell. That's how it happens. So these are called technical analysis. So you get to write, to draw trend. There's a lot of trends here. A lot of lines. I know it's confusing, but the issue is there are other time frames. So it's per time frame. For me, the way I analyze, let's go on daily. You see that green line you are seeing disturbing the view is coming from daily. So I drew a line on the daily time frame. On the top there, it touched another top. It went all the way to the bottom. Again, here another trend line at the bottom, which is going to come from the top there to the bottom. So whenever it touches this green line, there's something that was happening. That was an analysis. And if I zoom it again, if you see what was going on, I now drew another blue line. Another blue line. I don't know what this line was doing here. Something maybe that I saw. But this blue line, if you see this blue line, when it touches the blue line, it was always selling. It touches, it sells. It touches, it sells. Same thing. The blue line at the bottom, if it touches, it buys. It touches, it buys. So this is an analysis on the daily time frame. I don't take trades on daily. I'll change and go to 4 hours. I'll look at 4 hours and say, okay, man, on 4 hours, I've got this trend that's coming from daily, and now I've got these trends on the smaller time frames. So what trend am I going to catch here? I caught this trend. That's why the green line is this one that I'm just from explaining recently. So I caught this small trend. I waited for it to do some certain things, and I was able to take my sell there. So another thing, after you do your technicals, wait for confirmations and wait for a proper entry signal, and you take your trades. So I'm sure we've done pretty much everything with regards to setting up your accounts. I didn't come in so that we trade or we do the actual demonstration of analysis and all on this live video. we were just setting up. Let me just stop sharing. We were just setting up the platform. So I'll give you a bit of homework that you're supposed to do. Homework I'll give you is go on YouTube, go on Google, learn about candlestick patterns, learn about the technical analysis, and try to use it while you're having your demo account. While you're having your demo account, try to use whatever Google is going to tell you, whatever YouTube is going to tell you, apply it on your candlestick patterns and see what it's going to do for you, whether it's going to work or not. As you go, keep on analyzing, get the strategies from whoever is going to give you on the internet before I start giving you my strategies, or before I start giving you my advice of how we're going to be trading. At least you'd have had basics in your head from wherever you're going to do your research from. Then from there, it's going to be easy for you to even comprehend, or maybe for you to even understand what I'm talking about. Why? Because you have some questions, but at least I've moved, or maybe I've tackled the set and the broker part. Unless we have questions before we wrap up and say any questions, guys. It's already been 1 hour 20 minutes now, so I'm open for questions, contributions, suggestions. I'm open for anything. So questions, guys. Blackwell, do we have questions? Now you've unmuted. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you open if you open VIX 75, look at the far right. There are numbers there. It's like 1,600,000 and something. Are you able to see that? That's the value of the commodity. It means it's a very huge commodity. Excuse me. And when you open VIX 25, there's 2,100 and something. It's a very small commodity. So it means if you look at my lot size, do you see the lot size that I post? I trade one. I trade one on VIX 25. But I'm not able to do that with VIX 75 because it's a big commodity. So the one that can blow your account easily is VIX 75 because the value of that commodity is big. So the lot size is 0. That's why if you see the lowest lot size for VIX 75 is 0.001 because it's a million for one commodity. But for VIX 25 it's 0.5, half actually of the commodity. So it shows that VIX 25 has got low volatility compared to VIX 75. VIX 75 can easily make you money and blow you money. But also it goes back to strategy. For me, what I've seen is actually let me also mention. I didn't mention this. I'll come. Okay, no. I was on a break actually in trading. Like I've been trading for 4 years. I've been trading for 4 years. That's my experience in this. Like I've known trading. Not I've been trading for 4 years. It's not like it's been non-stop. I learned the first time I learned trading, like got introduced to trading, was 4 years ago. But I traded for like my first 2 years. Then I went on a break for like 2 years. What forced my break was losing money. I could make money and lose it. I could make money, and at the end of the day, I started saying, no, look, I think this thing is a scam. I was very, very, very biased when it came to judging the markets. I used to say it's a scam. I stopped them. In here, there are some friends that can attest to that, and I don't want them to unmute their mics because they were surprised when I got back. They were like, "You're back, Exe," and they now got surprised with how I was making the racks. You're making this much racks, Exe? I'm like, yeah. And the reason is I just sat down and had a real conversation with myself. If the market was able to give me that much money, why wasn't I able to protect it? Why wasn't I able to trade it with cautious? Why wasn't I able to remove my profits and just have that normal, you know, approach. Like because before I was so biased to a point where I felt like the market has to listen to me. No, the market has no business with you. It doesn't know you. It doesn't have to listen to you. You listen to the market. I never used to listen to the market, so I could make money and lose it. But now my approach is different, and that's why I even feel like I'm able to share my experience with you guys, because I feel like my experience has showed me so much that I was lacking, and I want to help as many people as I can, and I hope you're going to pick it the very first time you start your journey. You don't have to go on a break like I did for you to come back wiser and better. I want you to get it now, and I want you to be doing the right thing the very first time. If I had someone like me who was going to be showing me and telling me the truth back then, I don't think I was going to have even gone on a break. I think by now I'd been rich. I don't know if I was going to even be talking to you guys. Just joking, but I would be rich by now, if I was doing it in the right way. And so that was just a break of some sort. But that's true. At the end of the day, I was going to be so rich. I know a friend of mine from Ghana who's been trading for like I think 5 or 4 years now. Almost the same time I was starting. Maybe it was a year earlier. The guy is driving a Lamborghini because he had someone who was mentoring him the right way. And right now he's a legend. Like, he makes money like no man's business. He's driving a Lambo. Can you imagine? That car is worth like 100,000 US dollars or 200,000. And here I am, like, because maybe I was so scared, or I actually didn't want to get a mentor, because I used to feel like, because these guys charge money. I just feel like I just want to eat my money. So I'm not going to do this. I was so greedy to a point where, like, I didn't want to pay someone to learn how to do these things. And I ended up making money and losing it, even losing more. You know what I mean? So if you have someone who's showing you the way, someone who's showing you, introducing you to the thing the right way, it's easier for you to navigate through the markets. It's easier for you to navigate through the markets. So let me take questions, then we can conclude and call it a day, because we've had a very good session, very interactive session, and very active people, and I love this so far. First day has been amazing. So any questions, guys, before we wrap up? Any questions? Mr. Jeremiah Sakala, do we have a question? Oh, so far I'm clear. Okay. Yes, sir. Mhm. Okay. Okay. A good question. Wow, that was fantastic. I didn't touch that. Good question. Actually, I didn't touch that. So if you notice, when Kwesa shared his screen, he had opened silver against US dollar, but the market was not moving. It was closed, right? Because those are real world markets. So real world markets, if the stock market is closed, no one is trading that day. So every Friday is the last day of the stock markets for stocks and currency pairs. You don't trade on Saturday, you don't trade on Sunday. Now, the beauty about synthetic is you can trade any day. They are open. That's why, if you remember when I was trying to explain to Malik, they are not relative. I mean, they are not affected by world actions, or maybe whether an office is open or closed, or maybe whether it's a Sunday. They don't care about that. Them, it's 24/7, 365. So no, they do not have days. You can trade them anytime, any day. But there's a time zone. If you notice the video that I shared again, there's a point where I had gone on the clock to check what's going on. There's a time zone that you trade synthetic indices. They use GMT something, the one for London, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They use the GMT thingy for London. So, like, if it's actually, we are ahead by 2 hours compared to the time zone for synthetic indices. So if it's 24 hours here, there's 2 more hours for you to be 24 hours on the synthetic indices markets. So yeah, there's no days. There are no days, Mr. Jeremiah. It's 365, 24/7. Any other question? That was a good question. I didn't mention. That was a very good question. Any other question, guys? Malik, are we okay? Are we clear? You are asking very good questions. I'm sure if there's something else that I've left out, you can ask. Then Tabo. Also, if you have a question, feel free. Cholwe, feel free. Now, let's interact as we are closing. We have 1 more minute, then we close question. Okay, so we'll start with now first, then question. Now, let's go. Mm, okay. Uh-huh. Mm, mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, really? And how much have you deposited? Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Great, man. We're going to grow together, man. Like, it's just be patient, and don't be getting so hurt when you lose. Like, it's normal to lose, but just make sure you are winning more than losing. First to last. Yeah, that's a key. You have to win more than losing. You have to win more than losing. Malik, okay, first question. You had unmuted yourself first. Then we go to Malik. Then we conclude. Okay. Oh, okay. So you've learned much. Okay, that's great. That's great. First-hand experience. Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. That's good. Okay. Malik, you can go ahead. You had raised your hand. Um, honestly, it's time consuming on my end also. So like we cannot be doing it so frequent, but I can be maybe making videos with regards to something, maybe strategies and all. Then I'll share. Maybe I can also share my handles for social medias. Then when I maybe go live, maybe because sometimes I might find an opportunity when I'm driving somewhere, I'll just maybe go live there. We have a conversation if you are able to join. And sometimes it's going to be more like a random thing, but if there's something important, like maybe the maybe the book thing, um the book thing. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm even about to talk about that while I'm talking about the book. Mr. Jeremiah has raised a very important question. So, like, there's something important about the book thing and stuff. Maybe that's when I can announce to you, say, look, on such a day, we're going to meet and talk about this. On such a day, some days I'll just be communicating in the group. I'll just say, guys, can you research about this and this? Then when you come, we break it down. We can even have interactions in the group. That's why I created a channel and a group. A channel is where I'll be announcing things, but in the group, that's why we get to talk, we get to interact. You can even be asking yourselves questions. Maybe I will just be finding messages. I'm not always supposed to be the one that initiates a conversation. You can start talking on your own. That's the reason why we have that group. So Mr. Jeremiah is saying trading psychology quite important. If it can be touched in future sessions, even better for most of us. Yes, true. Actually, I would do that. I would do that. That's what I will even most likely emphasize, because most of the technical analysis, it's out there in the world. Everyone is talking about that. But the truth is, are you able to keep the money? Even if you know candlestick patterns, are you able to keep that money? And that's what's funny with most of these guys that trade, and most of these trade gurus. They'll be all about the technicals, but they don't touch the most important thing: protecting the capital, protecting your profits, and the psychology. How do you behave when you're losing? How do you behave when you're winning? When do you stop out? When do you stop to trade? When do you keep trading? All those are important. So we have different approaches, different emotional reactions or reflexes, but the goal is the same: making money. So whichever makes us the most money, that's the strategy we're going to follow. That's the psychology we can try to uphold, because there's also good information and bad information out there with regards to psychology. with regards to psychology. So yes, definitely we are going to look at that, and that's the reason why I even started the mentorship thing, because I want to mentor people in psychology. That's what messed me up the most. That's what made me lose money the most. Same group, Telegram. Yes, so there are two groups, Telegram. There's a channel and a group. So yes, the same group in Telegram. That's why we'll be doing the communication, unless we create another group, but that will be communicated. Where are you trading synthetic indices? Yeah. Malik, before I went on a break, I was trading everything. I was trading everything, moving everything. I could do synthetic, I could do currencies, I could do everything. You know, that's why right now when you should be paying attention to when I post things. When I posted, there was something that I mentioned: consistency. You have to understand the commodity that gives you the most money. What's in the pride of you trading anything when it's losing you money? And when you can just stick to one thing and it's giving you money, treat that thing as your bae, man. Like, just stick to that one. If you get one that is working for you, keep it. Work with that one. I used to trade everything, my brother. That's the truth, man. I traded everything, and that was horrible, and that was terrible. And I don't feel happy about it. Looking at it now, I don't feel happy about it. I don't feel happy about it. So you have to find one commodity, be good at it. That's it. Do it the same. Do the same thing over and over, over and over, and you'll be good. And you build consistency. You build consistency, and you build confidence. Yeah. Any more question? One more question, guys. Then we close. One more question. Okay. If there's no question, guys, I thank you very much for being able to join through and being as interactive as possible. I personally believe that if any of you guys here becomes a millionaire, any of you guys here makes more money, even more than me, I know that at least I have a brother or a sister that I can look up to and say, my nigga, I'm asking for money for fuel and I'll be able to be helped. I'm asking for money for milling me, I'll be able to help. Because the more money people around us make, the easier it becomes. The more money we make, the easier it becomes for everyone else. Look at the way these West Africans are doing it, or the way South Africans. It's a lot of youths with money. It's like the Zambian youths are sleeping. We are sleeping, guys. Like, we are sleeping on these potential markets, and because we have fear, I don't know if it's fear or lack of knowledge. If it's lack of knowledge, that's why we are now coming in to teach each other. So let's change the narratives. Let's try to be as productive as we can. Let's learn as much as we can. Let's just dedicate. So me, I believe if Malik makes money, I will make money one day. If Question makes money, I will make money one day, or at least he will be able to help me. Let's say my family is having issues, I know someone from you guys will be able to help me one day. That's the way forward. That's what I believe in. So let's keep interacting, and let's keep the hope alive. We still have more years ahead of us. We still have more chances ahead of us. So if you are once like me, look, man, you can change the story in a blink of an eye. So let's keep moving, and thank you very much. I want to buy a Lambo that you. Oh yeah, man. Of course, you should. You should get one, and you give me a lift one day. Hope I'll buy mine as well. But anyways, guys, it's been a good one. Have a good day until we meet again. So let's interact in the group if there's anything. Peace, guys. Bye bye.